Hey guys, I'm making a live for the first time. All right. My name is Malcolm. I am sharing my guidance and wisdom through Guided Intelligence. It's a platform that I have. I provide other coaches, leaders around the world to provide services. Today I wanted to talk about vibrations. I wanted to talk about love, harmony, and peace. And I wanted to also talk about gratitude. This should be higher. All right. So in order for our doubts and fears and scarcity mindset to fade away, any problems, any issues, any subconscious behaviors, any traits from the past, cycles that we want to stop repeating, the way to do it is just by constantly reprogramming your mind. For every negative thought, so for one negative thought is 5 times more powerful than a positive thought. So for every negative thought, you must replace it with at least 5 to 10 positive reaffirming words. So for example, if you get a doubt coming up, anything, I would say, shut it up. You shut it up right away and you affirm. So if something up there is saying I'm a loser, right when it's about to be like you shut it up and say I'm winning, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm a winner. I am achieving success. I am success. I am winning. I am winning so much that even when I go outside, people can feel that vibration come off of me. So you're saying it 5 to 10 times to reprogram that subconscious thought until now your subconscious mind starts working for you. It starts working on a conscious level. For example, now when I sit down, when I'm just hanging out, my subconscious mind is saying affirmations without me doing anything. It's saying you're great, you're intelligent, you're worthy, you're successful, you're love, you're harmony, you're bliss. Where years ago, it would self-sabotage. So when we raise our vibration, it's pretty easy to raise our vibration just by thinking of things we're grateful for. If you start to think of, let's say, that you're alive, you woke up today and you are grateful for the fact that you can even walk to grab a cup of coffee. And that makes you feel like, oh my God, there's people in the world. There are people in the world that are not surviving. They can't even walk. There's people in the world that can't even afford a cup of coffee, let alone be in a home to make a cup of coffee. So thinking of that circumstances, and realizing what you have should make you feel gratitude and thankful to God, So if that makes you smile and feel happy and joy and bliss, that is the beginning of raising your vibrational frequency to that level of gratitude or happiness or even love. If you think of something you love or who you love, you would raise your vibration to that frequency. And by doing that every day, you can shift the way you feel, you can shift your emotions. You start to reprogram the way you feel. It starts with thoughts. Thoughts become feelings. Feelings become actions. Because if we don't feel good, we start acting that way. If we feel great, we start acting that way. We start giving gratitude to people, to the world. So, okay, this is a bit not gonna be a video that's just on one topic. Okay, I'm going to talk now a little bit about an example of me. Okay, so I used to be very ungrateful. I used to be very disrespectful, and I started to change. You know, in my family's life and in my life towards other people, towards strangers, and things started to happen. Things started to change. I started to notice the law of attraction starting to work for me. I started to realize that I can attract positive or negative circumstances. So if I'm thinking negative, I'm honking at people, get off the road, oh, fuck off. And, you know, I'm going to get you, or, you know, oh yeah, I want to fight. I'm angry. I'm pissed off today. I want to fight. Circumstances start to line up and start to happen. Fights can happen. It's happened to me. And I started to realize, whoa, and I started to keep changing my mindset and play with this to the point where now I know how to manifest what I want, when I want, how I want it. And it happens to me on a daily basis. So I have a course. It's very affordable, very $7. Let's just put it that way. For people who can't afford it in the world, if you can try to come up with $7, there's a hypnosis in there. There's a meditation in there. There's a guided coaching call on there that you can watch. There's so much information. There's how you write affirmations. You know, there's you know, how to raise your vibration in there. Just go to my link there, my website, and it can help you. But I'm here on lives to give you guys all of these services. So hopefully you subscribe, and I can teach you step by step. So let me talk about something else here. So I basically I want to talk about relationships. If you're in a relationship, okay, and you want your relationship to prosper, you know, you have to release, surrender, detach from your emotions. In order for any of this law of attraction stuff to work, for your relationship to work, you have to do it yourself. There's a law of fair exchange. You know, it's you gotta be able to accept who you are and what you are. Look at yourself in the mirror. You can't lie to yourself. You can lie to everybody around you. And what I was doing, I was lying to everybody around me. I was lying to my spouse. I was lying to myself. You know, I was lying to people about how I really felt, you know, and nothing was working. Nothing was happening. I was having a scarcity mindset. I was down and out, dwelling on like, when am I going to make money? How am I going to survive? How am I going to feed my family? And that was happening. As soon as I started to detach from that and start to be open to everything and attached to nothing, I started to attract a better harmonious relationship. I started to have inner peace and contentment within myself. When I started to detach from certain friends, family members, circumstances, outside circumstances, when I stopped allowing outside circumstances to dictate how I felt inside and started to take accountability and ownership of my own results in life, that was step one. And then I started to be thankful and grateful to my partner. I used to work within the love languages and within the laws, you know, the law of attraction, law of fair exchange, the law of order, you know, vibrations. And when you reciprocate that to your partner, you can help them also grow. And in return, both of you guys start to prosper and grow in your relationship. Another thing, near-death experiences. We don't have to die to realize that we can change, to realize what we're worth. We don't have to go through pain and suffering anymore. We can change now. We're in this world. We're connected to the mind and body, and we have to learn how to regulate being in this realm. I had the opportunity to leave and have an outside experience. I had a near-death experience in 2010. I died. I was lucky enough to be formless. And when I was formless, I know the feeling of connection to the spirit, to the spiritual world, and to connect to source. You must do all the steps. Okay, just take a look at my program. When you do the steps with release, detachment, emotional detachment, when you are open to everything and attached to nothing, when you do the steps, when you manifest backwards by releasing blockages and work on your past and your inner child and your flaws and your fraudulence and your fears and your doubts and your scarcity mindset, you will start to attract the life you desire. Look, I came on this live without being prepared, without a set guidelines or anything. I'm here to give you guys advice. And once I start doing more of these lives, you guys will come on here and ask me questions, and I will answer it live, real time, and it's going to be easier. Look, I get into flow states. I'm empathic, intuitive, psychic, telepathic. I can send signals. I receive signals. I have never exposed this stuff before. I've never told people this stuff before. I'm telling you guys that, premonitions, where you can visualize and you can see things in advance, or you can call something into existence, but it's not really being psychic. It's being like almost not only having a premonition, but predicting. Like I've done it many times. I have lots of examples where I would play out a scene before the scene happened. So say, for example, someone was to come over to my house, whoever it is, but once I find out who it is, I get these visions, and I can tell you play per play what's going to happen, what they're going to say, what they're going to feel, how they're going to think. And I've done this so many times where I've told people, I've told my spouse, for example, or I've told my parents, and they don't believe it. And then it happens. So that's started happening so many times in my life, where now I write it down. So I'd be like, okay, it's okay. Let me just write it down. So I'd write it down, and then the scenario would play out, and I'll show them the paper, what I wrote out an hour ago, 2 hours ago. And they'll be like, holy. So now my family knows, and they believe me, and they know whatever I say, but the reason why I'm spitting out so much randomness to you guys is for you to get to know me, for you to get to know me. This is how I am. But when it comes to one-on-one serving clients, I'm nothing like this. I'm very informative, very directive. You can look at my testimonials and stuff like that. I'm very detailed, very successful at what I do. I bring proven results. I've done it in 7 days, where I transform someone and how they start to behave and act and feel. I've done it in 5 days. I'm getting to the point where I could do it fast. You don't need a therapist, doctor, psychologist. You don't need a hypnotherapist. You don't need to pay a coaching program, like one of those 6-7 figure coaching programs, and pay them thousands of dollars. You don't need all that. You have greatness inside of you. Guided intelligence is you. It is you. It is us. when people think of company names, and it's hard to resonate with company names because you don't want to embody that, right? But we embody it all the time. We wear Nike, Just Do It. We wear Adidas and all this, and we feel that we're representing and we feel adequate enough because we're wearing another product. That shouldn't dictate how you are. You could wear no name brand, right? But look, I didn't conjure up this plan, or I didn't think of a name. It came to me. After my car accident in 2010, I started to be connected to source, and signals would come to me, and I started to tap into these whispers that we don't listen to. And I pick up on it. When you pick up on it, when you sit in that patience, and instead of dwelling on negative, you dwell on positive. You dwell on the same way you dwell on all the things you dwell on your success, dwell on your future. And I start to dwell on ideas, dwell on visions, and ask source. I'm like, what am I meant to do? How may I serve? How can I help? What am I supposed to do? Who am I? What am I? This was after my car accident, and I got whispers, and I'm like, okay, hold on. What's that? And I'm getting whispers coming, flowing, angels, talking to me, powerful ones, lighter ones, whispers. You can tap into all these connections. And it said, guided intelligence. And I said, what? I said, guided intelligence. What's that? What does that mean? I was like, I'm just like everybody else. And I was like, okay. But the difference now is I tap into it. I'm like, okay, let me just go write that down. So I started to do that. I started to listen. And I went and created an email address. I created a YouTube to log in. And for years, I didn't know what it meant. And now I know what it means. It came to me, and guided intelligence is, we're all guided intelligently once we know how to tap into our inner guided intelligence. So if I can be that vessel, if I can be that source to give you guidance and wisdom, that's what I am. I'm here to do that, and I do it for people. People reach out to me, and that's what they need, and they know it. There's a lot of programs out there, and they reach out and they ask to offer me things and stuff like that. I'll do it in my own time. But what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to feel inadequate. You don't have to have somebody tell you what you need, or you don't have to chase. You can live in the flow, in receiving. You can be in this receptor mode and attract. Everybody talks about it. Oh gosh, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, Abraham Lincoln, Abraham Hicks, Louise Hay, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Everybody that is in the personal growth space who knows about this, but you don't need to chase. I can teach you how to attract. Fast, not a get rich quick scheme, but I could teach you how you can attract whatever you want in the way and the time frame that you need to. Quantum leaping. I love it. This is YouTube live. People are in here for hours. I'm gonna keep talking. This is awesome. First time. Quantum leaping. Quantum leap. When I researched about quantum leaping, when I would research about time and space, when I would research about the vortex and about the things that we watched on TV, when we watch scientists working on, when we watch world changers and creators developing and creating, I have spent 10 years, and that's all I do every day, is I want to learn, I want to grow, and I want to expand my mind. And I give this, and you know what Tony Robbins says is he takes people from around the world, for example, Nelson Mandela, he takes billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires, investors, Oprah Winfrey, all of these successful people, scientists, psychologists, doctors, and he condenses it so he can do what they do fast. And we can all do that. We all have this inner divineness, this inner power, this greatness that needs to be shared and expressed and told. And we can condense things and we can make it happen for ourselves. So basically what I'm saying is I understood the concept and I needed to do it myself. Instead of being in disbelief and doubt, I actually went from where I was 10 years ago, sitting in that for 10 years, wasting my life, sitting on my ass, being lazy, and watching time pass me by, years and years and years. And when I started this journey, I got away from the doubt. So there's a process, a growing process. You go through it, you're like, oh, is this going to happen? Is this working? What's happening? Oh, okay. And then you go back into like the physicalness and you start tapping into your mind and you're like, oh, I got this headache and, I'm still eating this junk food. And then that's a process. Okay, maybe I need to change my health. And you change your health and you're like, oh, I don't drink enough water. And you research about water. Then you're like, oh, I don't know too much about expanding my brain. Then you research about science and expanding the brain and biohacking. You're like, okay, so now let's put all this together and unify this and bring it all together. And it's like, I call it mind, body, spirit connection. You can't have one without the other. And a lot of people try to do it. So just imagine there's an obese person. I don't want to pick names. There's an obese person out there that is spiritual, that is changing the world, that has thousands of followers, that they're on a platform and they're making money and they're an empath and they're psychic and they heal people and they're a Reiki master, but they're obese. If they helped themselves within obesity and they fix their health set and mindset around health, their spiritual set will also align and become more better. And all I'm saying is you can do it all. And what I would say to the people who are overweight and not conscious aware about where they're at with their health and body, I would tell them, or they should tell themselves, is if they want to be here for a lifetime and they want to serve the world for forever and they want to leave an impact to the world, please focus on your health. Please take care of your health set. So when you start to work on all of these areas and facets in your life, you will realize that, oh my gosh, I can quantum leap. I can jumpstart. So I was 10 years behind in life, watching my life wither away. And I started to do this. So I've been doing this growth for 10 years. We're unfolding. We got to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. And I started to tap into things deeper, and dive in further and further and further. And this is the secret. These are the secrets. This is the key to success. And what is success? Success is success in health, success in wealth, abundance. Abundance in what? Abundance in health, mindset, spiritual set, love and harmony and bliss and joy and educating your kids. What is success? Success is happiness now, fulfillment now, inner peace, right? Success is not a destination. It's a journey. It's unfolding. Enjoy the process. It's like I'm trying to spit out everything at once because I feel like I want you guys to just have all the information. And that's why I'm able to help and transform people so quickly, so fast. And you can't tell. See, I've always been the type that people would judge from afar and they judge your character, right? People judge your character. People judge your kindness for weakness. They take advantage of people. They see themselves as superior and inferior and you as that. And, they want to be hierarchy and stuff like that. That's crazy stuff. And I've been down there. I've been there. And we've got to come into our power And once you come into your power and you have that integrity and that self-love, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you every day. I forgive you every day. Watch my mirror work, my mirror talk video. I have it here for you guys. Everything is there. And take the steps, do all of this daily, every day, and you will see your life transform. You must forgive yourself, love yourself, take accountability and ownership, take action, massive action. Look, we cannot be sitting here saying, God willing, and, if God this, if, by the grace of God. Look, that's not how life works. That's not how God works. God has already given you grace. God has already given you life. You are here. And you can even be grateful and gratitude and love yourself and care for yourself, enjoy your life, enjoy the process, get better. God is waiting for you to do more, want more, so he can see that you want more and deserve more. If you don't feel you're deserving of more, but saying, well, in God's grace, I just wish I became more abundant. I just wish I got more. If only I got a raise, if only I got more. And God's grace is, it'll happen. That's not the way. And that's how most people live. And that's how I used to live. And that's what makes us toxic, thinking we can blame God, or we can blame ourselves, or we can blame others, or we can blame the circumstances. No. Go within, look at yourself in the eyes, and take your time and ask yourself, who am I? What am I? Take your time and look through your eyes so far, so deep, till you're looking at that reflection, and then you're looking past that reflection, realizing I am not the reflection looking back at me. I am not my thoughts. Then you say, who am I? What am I? And you stay there and you keep connecting and looking through, and you realize, if I'm not the brain, I'm not the blood, I'm not the nerves and the blood vessels flowing through me, what's that inside? What's that? And then look past that brain and visualize what's that emptiness? That's hollowness. That's the soul. That's your spirit. That is, I am that presence. I'm here and now. I'm that awareness. I am connected. And when you see that connection, you cannot lie. And then you look at your fraudulence in your face. But you have to look at that. You have to be willing to accept that, surrender that, I fucked up. I put myself in those situations. But I thank myself for growing through that. Look, I was raped. I was homeless. And I love you and I forgive you. And I said that to myself. I forgave my dad. I forgave my mom. I forgave my sisters. My family wished death on me. I'm not innocent. I was so bad that they had every right to do that, because I was such a bad guy. What kind of kid slaps their mom? What kind of kid spits and swears and curses at their parents? That's the kind of kid I was. Look, you must repent and you must call out your fraudulence. Look, I've been growing. This is before my car accident. My car accident happened in 2010. So a lot of people look at someone, that's why a lot of people out there in the personal growth world, not all of them express what they are, but the great ones, the greatness, the leaders, Beckwith, Tony Robbins, Bob, they speak about who they were, what they were, as I am. And you don't look at that and pinpoint who deserves your ears. You must look past that. Always self-reflect on yourself. Always reflect on yourself. There's a saying Dr. Wayne Dyer was saying in his 101 Ways to Transform Your Life, but it's from somebody else. Don't judge unless you're willing to judge yourself. So who are you to judge unless you're willing to be judged? So when we do these steps and we work through the process of growth, personal growth is not reading a book, is not meditating for 10, 20 minutes. If your life is not consistent with your actions and everything you're doing, a meditation will not help you. That's why millions of people around the world meditate and say that, oh, my life is not getting better. My day is still like this. Oh, and then I have to meditate. I have to meditate again and do this. Your meditation will only help if your life is being helped. If you're helping your own life, then the meditation takes effect and improves that daily life of yours. Look, we can be rough around the edges. You know, we can be direct. We can be straightforward as long as we have integrity, honesty, love, truth within us, and we're loyal to what we're trying to do to the world and for God and for our inner selves, you know. So look at yourself in the mirror and take your time and repent and surrender and accept and admit your wrongs and who you are before you can redeem yourself. Okay? So you have to follow those steps and start making the changes. And through the mistakes and failures, don't sit in that and dwell for too long. It's how quick you get up, right? Make sure you love yourself. Make sure you forgive yourself. And make sure you accept and you don't turn a blind eye anymore to what you're doing. This is awesome. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to make more of these. And if you want me to stick to a topic, give it to me. Tell me a topic and I will stick to the topic. And if I go to different directions, I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. And I hope you guys are following that. But the main thing here is raise your vibration, man. Love yourself. Girls, boys, men, women. I want you guys to start to respect who you are, who you're unfolding to become. Once we accept that, then we can start changing. Once you surrender, you look at yourself, you're like, yeah, look, okay, I accept my body, okay? I am fat. I was 220 pounds, okay, 2 years ago. And I've done all this work. I've been able to lose it all and biohack and quantum leap and attract and help people and serve the world and coach and do so much. But once I accepted who I am and what I am, only then I can start to see myself change for the better. But you can't be in denial and naive and be like, and lie to yourself. I'm like, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, I'm handsome, I'm rich. Deep down inside, as you get to your success, whether you get lucky or not, a lot of people don't have inner fulfillment, inner peace and direction, but they become successful and rich and wealthy, but they're lost. They're so lost. And my thing is, those people will come to me. Those people come, they're looking for peace and balance. And if you are looking for peace and balance with your growth, you got to look at yourself in the face and you got to accept your wrongs, your losses, and you got to contemplate, sit in that patience. Thank you again. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask, feel free, and take it easy.